Let's go M4, attempt number 4. Wait, leaking oil from somewhere.
Oh, leaking oil, big time.
Let's lift it up. Okay, so we poured the oil in it, then we found that it's got the missing spark plug, did the compression test, and it was fine in that cylinder number 5 where it was missing the spark plug. And then we put the other spark plug in, we put the coil back, and then try to start the car. And here is what happened. It's not just happened, it's happened before, but we found out that it was leaking oil from under the car, and we'll lift the car up. Let me show you what we found. That was the oil that it was leaking from, and let me get the flashlight. Where is the flashlight? That was the place where we fixed our oil cooler, and that was the place where it was leaking oil from. And here is what we found. Yes, guys, that's the hole in the block, and that's where it's leaking oil from. So at this point we have no questions. This is gonna be the next part out. We will start taking it apart tomorrow. I wish we can keep it. It's gonna take a lot of money to invest in this car. We would rather take it apart and fix something else. Let's go! You're probably thinking that I'm kidding. It's too good to part it out. I'm not kidding. And I will show you right now where we're at as far as parting out. It looks good from the front. All good, we didn't touch anything in here yet. But ta-da! Here we are. Interior is almost done. No rear seats, no passenger side seat. The subwoofer from here. We still have our headliner, we'll remove it tomorrow. But so far, the interior is clean, no tail lights, nothing in the trunk, all the modules in the boxes. We have our doors on the picturing station, we have our passenger side seat. Meanwhile, we have second red interior for E93 convertible, some random transmission, the rear bumper, front sport seats, gray color from convertible as well. Black wheels from the same convertible, the engine and all of that stuff ready for pictures. Yes. This is our M4. I wish we can fix that. I wish, guys. It is what it is. We're not gonna replace the engine. And also, meanwhile, we have the door going out, 2 N55 engines going out tomorrow, and rear subframe with differential axles, control arms, and everything from E90 M3. Oh, it's actually E93 M3. Someone will install it on 335 as an upgrade. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. I know it's so sad to see this car like parting out, but we have to move on, and you guys can get all of these parts because I know how hard to find the front end on M4. Especially headlights, the front bumper, radiators, radiator support, the hood, fenders, everything is super hard to find it. I was looking for one of our M4s and I know it's super hard, especially headlights. This is the end of day one. Let's go home today, and we'll be back tomorrow and continue working on our beautiful blue. It's actually, what was the color? Marina blue. I forgot the name of that color, but I will tell you that tomorrow. Let's go home right now, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish the interior and clean up the engine in here. We will probably drop it by the end of the day tomorrow, and I will show you that hole in the block one more time once the engine is gonna be out. Until tomorrow. Okay, day number 2, and still the same car, BMW M4. And let me show you what we have left in here. Basically nothing left, only headliner left with the curtain airbags and the rear deck that we need to remove. Everything else already out. Oh, and also head-up display from here. And I think this is gonna be it. Subwoofers out, all the seats out, door panels out, everything out. Once we finish that, we will start working on the front end. You just look at it, beautiful front end. I know we probably shouldn't part it out, but we have to. At this point, let's keep working on it, and I will show you the car without the front end, without the bumper, without the headlight. And here we are in the middle of the day 2. The front bumper removed, fenders both removed, fender liners out as well, no headlights. They're actually up on top right there. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm not kidding, we're parting it out. The blue M4. We still have rotors in here, brake calipers, shocks, oil cooler. No, that's not oil cooler, that's the additional coolant cooler. The same one on the passenger side. On M4 and M3 we have 2 auxiliary radiators on the left and on the right side, and the oil cooler right in here in the middle. On 335 we have auxiliary radiator on the left side, on the driver's side, and oil cooler on the right side. Here on both sides auxiliary radiators and the oil cooler right in the middle. Since we don't have intercooler as on 335 at the bottom, but we have it up on top, we have that oil cooler that we got out, that's been damaged, and that's what I try to start the car, and unfortunately it didn't start, so that's why we're parting it out. Okay, so let's keep going. Right now we're working on the rear suspension and everything in here. We're gonna drop the whole thing on this heavy duty table and roll it out, and then we will do the same in the front. Let's keep going. Okay, so here is our rear subframe out with differentials, axles, shocks, springs, rotors, everything on it. Even the carbon fiber drive shaft. It's unique. Everything unique for M3 and M4. It's actually the same for M3 and M4, but it's different off of the 335 and 328 and everything else. Okay, so this one is out. Let's keep working and do the same with the front subframe. And also here is the difference. If you guys remember, when I was trying to mess with 335 rear brakes, I was thinking to install these rotors on 335, but I found out that this rotor has 2 bolts in it, but the rotor on 335 has only 1 thread right here. So basically, to install these rotors, I will need to have this bearing, and it's fine, I can disconnect it from here, but the 335 hub is just one single piece. There is no way you can take out the bearing. It's just one piece, the hub with bearing complete. And mounts for the control arms, this one, let's say in this one, everything, all the control arms, they're all different. So basically to install these rotors on your 335 if you're planning to do so, you will need to have the whole thing, the whole rear subframe to keep these control arms in here. Maybe, I don't know yet, you will be able to fit your 335 differential in here somehow. Or maybe you will be able to use this one. I don't know. I didn't check that. I know for sure that you can install these shocks and these springs. That's what I did on that 335 that we have as a project. But in order to use those rotors, you're gonna have to swap everything. And I will show you this car. That's the car, that's our project car. So in the front, I was able to install those big rotors from the M3, as you can see the M logo on it right there. But on the back, I didn't install them yet. You can still see the small calipers. And yes, that's the 335 right here. It's not the M3, but it has wheels from M3 and front brakes, rotors and suspension and those shocks from M3. The struts, front struts and rear shocks from M3. Getting back to our rear subframe from the M3, it's just unique. So basically on that 335 we have only shocks and springs from M3. Everything else original 335. But I'm still thinking to install those calipers from the M3, because calipers they're the same as on the 335 M Sport, and that's what I'm gonna do. We will need to buy another F30 with the M Sport package, with the M Sport blue or red calipers, and take those rotors from that car. We have a couple of F30s on the lot, but they all with just regular brakes on the back, not the M Sport, not the blue one. It's just the silver one. The only way to install them is calipers and get the M Sport rotors. And this is the end of the day 2. Not day 2, but 1.5 days. And where are we at as far as parting out this car? So we did the interior the first half of the day, then we finished today morning, and now we did like we spent half of the day here in the front, and I will show you what's going on in here and some details around what's the difference of the M4. In order to install those big rotors on F30 335, you will need to have this bearing, because it has thread right here and here for that big rotor, this piece. So if you're planning to install the carbon fiber strut bar in here, you will need to replace this plate up on top, because it has thread right here. So guys, with F30, if you're planning to install the carbon fiber thing, as I did on our 335, you will need to get this piece, or you can put the nut from under it and weld it from the other side of this one. It has, on 335 it has that hole in here, but it doesn't have thread. So that's the other difference. Also on F30 we don't have thread right here to put this bolt in, and we also don't have the thread in here. And also I forgot to mention yesterday, rear seats from F80 and F82, they like twice lighter than original seats on F30. I don't know why we have so many requests for the front seats from F80 and F82, and we don't have that many requests for rear seats. Also on the back we have reinforcement bar. Reinforcement bar is the same on F30 and F80. Another thing, the cool thing about the trunk lid, I don't know why people don't ask for those trunk lids. We have at least 3 of them in stock from M4. F30 and F80, they're absolutely identical, but the F32 and F82, they different. The F82, it has like additional, how do you call it, like the duck looking thing. F32 is just a regular flat. And also F82, I think it's some kind of carbon fiber thing, because it's, or plastic, because it's super light and the sound is not like metal. So that's the other good feature. Guys, who's got F32, which is 4 Series coupe 2-door, not the 4-door. It will not fit for the 4-door. It will not fit for the F30, but it will fit for F32, the trunk lid from 4 Series. Let us know. We have this color in stock, and we have two of them, at least two of them in black color. And I think that's gonna be it for today. We'll probably be back tomorrow and finish this car. Oh, and also we have again 4 engines going to, that's the N55 engines, all 4 of them going to, I believe, Pennsylvania or North Carolina, somewhere in that area. And also another 4 engines are we're gonna need to ship to Atlanta, Georgia. So 8 engines going out tomorrow to Pennsylvania Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. That's gonna be it for today. We will be back tomorrow, and as always for you, it's gonna be just like the one couple seconds like this. And here is, we have engine out. Here is the car. You see, I'm not kidding, we parted out. And here is the engine, our stock turbochargers. And I don't know if you will be able to see the hole from here, but I will show it to you one more time once we remove the downpipes and turbochargers from here. I will show it to you one more time. Here is our DCT transmission here. Everything looks pretty clean, like the dual high pressure fuel pumps in here, same location as on N55 DME module, same location of the AC pump, everything looks the same, alternator is here. The only difference between the E-Series N55, we don't have power steering pump in here, and here on S55 we have the, not the electric, but what's it called, the water pump on the belt, not like N55 that we have it in here, electric one. So what we will do, we will take everything from the engine, because the engine is no longer usable, the block itself. We will take everything out, and we will see if we can maybe build one engine out of 2, because we have the other engine right here as a core, S55 in here and S55 over here. Okay, so let's go and do this engine first, and then we will see what we can do with the rest. Let's go. And here is our hidden gem. We removed the starter, and look at that hole. It's all the way through. You can see the table from the other side. Look. It's all the way through. So beautiful. So should we tape it, or maybe we can use the super glue to put it back, or what should we do? Leave us comments below. What should we do with this engine and the hole from the other side? Let's see. Oh, we don't see it yet, but we'll see it once we remove it. And here is, we finally got to the engine, and look what we found in the oil pan. A lot of good stuff. The whole engine shredded in oil pan. The oil pan looks good, by the way. It's not cracked, no damage to it. I don't see anything. But here is our engine. Here is the problem. And here is the hole, as you can see right here. And up on top in here. It's all the way through. So we will keep going, taking the engine apart. We'll see what else we can save from this engine. At least I can see we can keep the head. Head looks good. We'll see. We'll check that. The oil pan looks good. The valve cover looks good, and maybe we'll see something else that we can keep from this engine. But it looks scary. This piece is just ridiculous, and it's even destroyed the oil level sensor right here, as you can see. Let's keep going, and I will get you updates in a little bit. And welcome to the end of the story with that 2015 Yas Marina blue color with engine problems. And here is our engine. We put it in the bucket just to clean it, and then we will build the stand off of this block. And the head is good. We remove the head from the block. It's the complete with everything on it. It is our block with the hole in it, and we have one piston missing. That's the last 6 piston missing on it. We have a lot of parts from that engine over here, and not even from the engine. We have radiator support, that strut bar, a lot of stuff in here. And here is our transmission, the headliner black with the sunroof, which is rare for M3 and M4. Our beautiful color hood in mint condition, the trunk lid, and that's the fender from something else. So a lot of parts. And here is our car. It's nothing left on it. As you can see, interior is gone, some trash in it, nothing inside, nothing on the back. It's empty. And yes, I feel a little bit sad that this car is no longer on the road. It's just a scrap, and but it is what it is. Let's just move on, and we will buy the next car, next M4. We will see what we can build. We still have 335 F30 that we will fix in it, and then 135 manual 2013, and 2011 135 with DCT transmission. So we have a lot of good projects going on in here. Yes, we will eventually need to buy the M4 or M3 with S55, but for now we will just have this engine. I think we will wash it, clean it, and put it in the office and make like the stand, just a block, so you guys can come over and enjoy that S55 with a hole in it, because it's just worthless. It's like we can take it to the scrap metal and that's it. Get like 20 bucks off for it. At this point, this is gonna be the end of the story with that M4. I hope you enjoyed that video, and give us some support. Smash that like button down below, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And if you guys need any parts from that M4, DM us on Instagram. We will be more than happy to help you out. That's gonna be it for today. See you in the next video. Bye.